everybody, Papa Gord here, and this is Black Series update slash my wish list for 2020. So hopefully I won't miss anything, but been lots of news. I mean, quite a few figures we've already known about that are going to be coming out between March and May of this year. Plo Koon, Kit Fisto, Darth Tyrannus, the Geonosian Battle Droid, Commander Bly, the red version of the Jet Trooper, Jedi Revan, and I think that's... Oh, Zori Bliss, one of the Knights of Ren. I think that's it. Now, news broke about the 40th anniversary of the carded, blister-bubbled Empire Strikes Back figures, which somebody got a picture of, posted it up. We saw, I think, the first 5 figures, and I'm super stoked because I'm not an inbox guy, so I only need to really... I don't even really need him, but if I want the updated face sculpt, Bespin Luke, out of that whole first batch that they showed, that's the only one I need. Now, I think they've also said there's going to be a generic Hoth Trooper, so that'll be one I'll need. And I think they said a Snowspeeder version of Luke in his pilot gear, so he's going to have to be like an orange Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So 3, that makes my wallet so happy that I don't have to worry about that. I think that's been it for announcements. I mean, there has been teases that we think we already know, or we've seen box art sort of for Zeb as probably maybe a deluxe figure. The probe droid that we see at the beginning that lands on Hoth, that apparently is rumored to maybe be the deluxe number 3. So there's some cool stuff to be looking forward to come out this year. Now, with that being said, this is my list for 2020. I did one for 2019. Was one of my earlier videos for sure, because again, the channel I think is officially, probably a year old now. So to all 422-ish subscribers, thank you very much. This is, hey, that's I think a pretty good first year. So I did do a video. It is like 25 minutes long. I picked like a ridiculous amount of characters who I want to see in a 6-inch plastic form, and I think I went from episode 1 all the way to episode 8 at the time. So I'm not doing it this way this time, because that'll take far too long and I can go on and on and on. So I may be looking down because I've got my notes in front of me. We're just going to throw it off. If it turns out to be 10, it's 10. I'll put a little 9 or a 7 or whatever. This is in no particular order. It's just figures that I'd like to see. A couple of them might be a little too way out there that we probably will never see, but you can always wish. So most of these were actually on my list from last year. 2 of them actually are coming out. So Plo Koon and Kit Fisto, they were both on my 2019 wish list. They're coming out this year, this spring, so I don't have to worry about putting them back on again. So first one I've got is Zam Wessel, or Wessel, or however you want to pronounce her or his or its last name. I think would be a pretty awesome character. You could do 2 heads, you do the green alien face, you do her female face, so I guess it is a female. Maybe have some way to put that mask piece up in front of, the lower part of her face. I don't know. I think she'd be pretty cool. She could hang out with Jango Fett. Another female. Never hurts to have another female because it is a sausage party at the Casa de Black series. So I'd be down for more female characters. Bib Fortuna, another guy was on my list last year. Jabba needs his right-hand man. He's got his little spider monkey guy. He's got prisoner Leia by his side. If you have a nice display like myself, thank you, David, once again. He's got his Jawa with his big palm giving them, fanning them off, whatever. So I think we're about time. We know they can do aliens really well. Bib Fortuna, I think, would be awesome. Lobot was another one from last year. Again, I don't know if we'll see him. I mean, he didn't do as well on the fan vote as I kind of thought. I really was hoping for him to be made. I don't know why. It's not like he did a whole opposite turned and pointed. But he did assist in, taking back Cloud City, or trying to get the Empire to take off anyway. So he would be cool. He'd get his bald head with his backwards Geordie LaForge gear on the back of his head, his nice poofy pirate blouse. Yeah, Lobot would be awesome. Nine Numb. Speaking of Lando, Nine Numb, not in the sequel pilot outfit, but get him in his red gear that he was wearing when he flew with Lando in the Millennium Falcon in Return of the Jedi. So I think he could do an articulated jaw like the Admiral Akbar. I think would look pretty awesome. Nine Numb didn't get as many props as he probably should have. I felt he kind of got shot. Like, there was no little kind of, hey buddy, fist bump with Lando or something. Like, haven't seen you in a red hot minute, or maybe I don't know. But again, it was cool to see guys that made it out of the original trilogy only to be kind of background. So, Nine Numb, another one. Okay, this is one of the ones that's like way out there, but again, this is from my list from last year. Wat Tambor, the leader of the Techno Union. When you see the pictures, you'll know who I'm talking about. So I just think he would be really cool to see in a 6-inch form. So it's a robot alien guy. Why not? So that's my out in left field guy. Admiral Ozzel, Admiral Kendall Ozzel. So the guy who basically screws up the invasion on Hoth because he comes in too close, so the rebels are able to detect that the Imperial fleet has shown up. And Vader chokes the shit out of him, and he dies, and Admiral Captain Piet gets promoted. So I think you do, again, really easy. You just got to do the head. Throw it on that, you might have to change like his ranking pins on his shirt or whatever, but I think he'd be a good one to have. So they did Piet, Veers, Tarkin, generic officer guy. So why not? So on the other end of that spectrum, we are getting a generic Hoth trooper. So I want Major Bren Derlin. John Ratzenberger portrayed this character in the film, and I think it would be, even if you just took the rebel and you lopped it and you put that different head on, because most of their outfits are pretty much the same, but that'd be awesome. I mean, John Ratzenberger, Cliff Clavin, any Disney Pixar film you can think of, he's been a voice in. So let's get John Ratzenberger in a 6-inch figure size as well. Let me go up and see who else I have on my list. Biggs Darklighter. Now, this would be a super, again, easy one for Hasbro. And I'm not trying to make Hasbro's life easy. Lord knows they haven't made mine easy. But we got a Wedge. We wanted Wedge. We finally got a Wedge. Well, we kind of got 5% of Wedge and 95% of Luke Skywalker, because they used the same body. It still has the hook for Luke's lightsaber on Wedge's belt. So really it was a not bad head sculpt. Updated version of the helmet, because it was painted to look like his from the film, and he got the Rebel blaster, and that was it. You could do the same with Biggs. I'd be a little steamy about it, but you could do that, and I would still buy it, because there's something wrong. So that is my initial list. As far as any kind of deluxe type of thing, I think from The Mandalorian, Queel with a blurg, that'd be awesome. That wouldn't be too ridiculous. We got Han on a tauntaun, Queel on a blurg, that'd be awesome. I did have on my list last year, I thought maybe a 6-inch scaled cloud car with like two pilots. I think maybe not the coolest of space vehicles or what have you, but I always thought it was really, really neat. I know I had two, or probably have at least still one somewhere, and I got a lot of mileage out of zipping that thing around. So I don't know, it just fit real nice right in between, you know, both the cockpits on either side, and I don't know, that's just me. Other than that, if I had to give up a figure, I'd easily give up another Luke Skywalker, which that's what else is supposed to be coming out as well, is the Dagobah Luke that won the fan vote. So I could do with a little bit less Luke Skywalker for sure. But I don't know if there's anybody else. There's probably a lot. There is definitely a lot. A Geonosian, Ewoks. I could sit here for an hour and just start rambling character names off that we don't have, that we should really have by now. But yeah, so that's gonna do it. That's gonna be my list. Maybe not the most exciting, but that's kind of what I would like to see come out. Hopefully this year. If not, maybe it'll be into next year when there's not an anniversary date for one of the movies or something, and then they can go back and pound out some other guys. Yeah, so if I happen to miss anything, which now that I'm thinking about it, I know I missed a few other figures that have been announced, but yeah, I'll just put the pictures in and put a little word, so you guys know how it works. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. It's been a great official first full year on YouTube. I don't know what this year holds. I know there's not going to be nearly as many videos because now that I'm back to work full time, it is getting to be more difficult to do these. So definitely keep doing my reviews because I still want to go back on some figures that I haven't talked about. And I think some time's gone by since I put my first couple of videos out that I may do a couple updates. I know I still got to do the Heavy Mandalorian and a few others, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, there'll still be content coming out for sure. I think I might get back into another subscription box. I know they didn't get viewed all that much, but whatever. Anyways, this has got nothing to do with that. This is my 2020 wish list. So comment, share, like, hit the subscription button. Tell your friends, tell your grandma. I don't know, she's probably definitely old enough to remember Star Wars. So let's see where we can climb to. Remember, I still got that Star Wars backpack full of action figures that I want to give away at some point in time. This year would be a good year to do that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Hopefully I'll live stream this weekend coming up, and that's gonna do it. Have a good one, eh? And it's not turning off. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Battery's dead.